Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and we're going to be recapping all of the 10 NBA games for today. Today's games there were some decent games today. There was actually a lot of blowouts out of the 10 games today. What is there? Out of the 10 games, it looks like there's about 6 blowouts on here. There was a couple good games. We had a game winner 3 that we will talk about later on when I get to that game, which was the Nets and the Raptors. And we're going to go on and start with the Kings and the Pistons, as the Kings would get the win, 122-113. Great win for the Kings. Who played? So Fox had 24 and 9 assists. Sabonis, another near triple-double game for him, 23, 13, and 7. Keegan Murray had 20. Harrison Barnes had 19 for the Pistons. Bogdanovich had 22, and Jalen Duren had 15 and 14. Hawks Hornets. Hawks with a couple bad losses in a row. And Hornets, we know what kind of type of season they've had. So this was a game that the Hawks controlled easily, won 125-106. This was a game where we finally got to see the Hornets get a little bit inch closer of getting healthy. That's been the big problem with the Hornets all year. They're 7-22, a team that was supposed to be like a play-in contender, like a team to be in the play-in with the 10 or the 9 seed, and they've been the worst team in the East because of injuries. LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward being injured, a bunch of injuries. I think they still have a lot of injuries. But tonight Wednesday night they got LaMelo Ball back. Tonight they got Gordon Hayward back. I think Gordon Hayward was not playing a lot of minutes tonight. He had 9. LaMelo Ball had 27. Good to see him playing some great ball. And it's crazy, guys like Rozier and Oubre Jr., who were balling out when LaMelo and Hayward were out, scoring. Both of those guys are scoring 20 every game. Rozier only had 10 and 9 tonight, and Oubre had 16 and 7. For the Hawks, Trae Young had 31. Bogdanovich had 28. AJ Griffin had 13. Warriors, 76ers, the Warriors' first game without Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is going to be out about 2 weeks to a month with his left shoulder injury. 76ers got a good win. I will give it to the Warriors. They fought, but they still have one of the worst road records in the league. 2-13 on the road, just awful for the Warriors. Jordan Poole stepped up, had 29 tonight. DiVincenzo had a monster game, 17, 10, and 6. Shot amazing for the 3-ball tonight as well. Kevin Looney almost had a triple-double as well. 14, 11, and 9 for Kevin Looney. Great performance from Looney tonight. For the Sixers, Embiid had 34 and 13. Harden had 27 and 17 for Melton. Here was the upset of the day. The Magic, who now win their 5th game in a row, beat the best team in the NBA. Well, yeah, the best record in the NBA, the Boston Celtics. I wouldn't know if I'd call them the best team in the NBA because they just lost to the Magic. I'm just kidding. The Celtics are still a really good team, but I think it's really hard to tell who's the best team in the NBA right now because you got teams like the Bucks and the Celtics, and good teams in the West like the Grizzlies, and the Pelicans have been playing good too. So there's a lot of good teams besides the Celtics, and I think right now the Celtics are the best team in the NBA. Though I think that the Bucks, I think they kind of blew having that title when they lost to the Grizzlies by 41 last night. Tatum had 31. Jaylen Brown had 26. Brogdon had 15. For the Magic, Banchero had 20. Mo Wagner had 25 and 8. Cole Anthony had 14. Great win for the Magic. They win their 5th game in a row, all against good teams. The Hawks, 2 wins against the Raptors. Now the Celtics, and then before the Clippers, I think, is their 5-game win streak. So great winning streak for the Magic. They were just about a week and a half ago, the Magic, maybe a little less than a week and a half ago, the Magic were 5-20. Now they're 10-20. Okay, here we go to our buzzer beater. Kyrie Irving saves the Nets' day, and another winning streak goes on. The Nets get their winning streak to 5. Kyrie hits a huge 3 at the buzzer to win it. Kyrie would have 32 in this one, 28 for Durant, 15 and 10 for Claxton. Van Vliet tried so hard to take them down. It was not enough. He had 39, though. Scotty Barnes had 26, and Siakam had 17. What a game this was. Cavaliers, Pacers, Cavaliers. What a comeback for the Cavs, man. In the fourth quarter, they outscored the Pacers 35-18. They would win this one 118-112. What a tough loss for the Pacers tonight, man. But what a hard-fought game by the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell, 41 points. I have him on fantasy. Good job, Donovan Mitchell. Not everything's about fantasy. I hate how fantasy's kind of made people like sometimes you watch games, you're like, oh, I want them. Like, the thing I hate about the most about fantasy is when, like for instance, I'll give you a couple for instances. Like with fantasy, when you it's so hard. Like when you have one of your players on your team is facing your favorite team, and like, do you root for them when they score? Like, is that appropriate? Like, does that feel right? And then, like, for instance, this week in my matchup in fantasy basketball, I'm playing Alperen Sengun. I am a Rockets fan, and he is questionable tomorrow. Obviously, I want him to play, right? But I could lose if he does, and I'm not. I'd rather want the Rockets to succeed than me in fantasy. That is more important, but I just wanted to bring that up real quick. Evan Mobley had 16 and 9 in this one. I might have already said it. I don't remember if I did when I was talking about fantasy, but Garland had a really good game, 26 and 10. Jenny Osman had 14. Tyrese Haliburton, after his great night against the Warriors, he still had a decent game tonight. A lot of assists for Hallie. Haliburton had 17 and 14 assists, had 3 steals as well. Highest score for Ben was Ben Madron with 22. Got another close one. The Timberwolves and the Thunder, 112-110. Timberwolves get the win. Shea's 35 points was not enough. Another balling out game for Shea. For the Timberwolves tonight, they were without D'Angelo Russell again. What a win for the Blazers. The Wolves to get a win without D'Angelo Russell. Austin Rivers came clutch with 20. 28 for Naz Reid. 19, 11, and 7 for Anthony Edwards. Great win for the Timberwolves. Knicks and Bulls face off for the second time this week. Knicks get the win, a little bit easier than last time. Last time they had to win in overtime. This one was a pretty easy win, 114-91. Levine had 17 and then for the Knicks, RJ Barrett had 27, Quentin Grimes had 22, and Brunson had 22. We got another blowout as the Mavericks beat the Blazers 130-110. Luka Doncic has 33. Had one of his Mavs fans are saying Mavs people. A lot of people are saying this was Luka had the best dunk of his career tonight. He had 33, 6 and 9. Didn't play a lot of the fourth quarter either. But great performance by the Mavericks tonight. Christian Wood also had his best game of the season with 32 and 12 tonight. Good to see Christian Wood playing some great basketball. Damian Lillard had 24, and Trent Woodford had 16 and 11, and then Keon Johnson had 13. Lakers Nuggets, what a win for the Lakers tonight. They win without Anthony Davis. I think he got injured like in the second half. Maybe I think Anthony Davis got injured before halftime, and some of these Lakers players did a great job coming in with Anthony Davis's absence. They scored 60 points off the bench tonight. They outscored the Nuggets bench by 40. What a performance. LeBron had 30. Westbrook had a triple-double, 15, 11, and 12. Thomas Bryant had 21. He stepped up massively. Austin Reeves had 15 for Schroeder. What a win for the Lakers. Jamal Murray had 23. Jokic had 25. And Aaron Gordon had 17. What a win for the Lakers. Mark Jackson and whoever was the other commentator on ESPN were talking about if this was the Lakers' best win of the season. I think, in my opinion, I think this was the Lakers' best game of the season. I know that they've beaten teams like the Bucks. I know the Bucks are really good, but we've seen a couple of games this season where the Lakers have gone. They've had a couple games this season where Anthony Davis has gone down and they have not been able to finish the game. Like, for instance, the Cavaliers game, Anthony Davis got ill and they weren't able to outlast the Cavs. There's been a couple of other games where Anthony Davis has not been able to finish the game. The Lakers have not been able to get the win. Tonight, they were not able to finish. Anthony Davis was not able to finish this game, and the Lakers did amazing. I think this was the first win they've had when Anthony Davis did not play the full game. So I was really impressed with the way the Lakers played tonight. LeBron and all those guys that were around him with Thomas Bryant, and Dennis Schroeder, and even Russell Westbrook, who had a triple-double tonight. Austin Reeves had a big game. So just great job by the Lakers tonight to get a win against a good team in the Nuggets. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on today's games. Kyrie's game-winning three-pointer and the Magic upsetting the Celtics to get their 5th straight win. And then the Lakers beating the Nuggets. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.